month reading. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new to my channel, welcome, welcome. Okay, let's get in this Gemini. Okay, you are getting ready for Mercury retrograde on the 17th. So, the planet is retrograding. Okay, so hopefully you'll be feeling the rewards through that. Let's see what's in your energy. There it is. Ooh, Ten of Swords in reverse. Let's use an oracle card to figure out why is that Ten of Swords in reverse. Pretty much Ten of Swords in reverse is like everything's okay, everything's fine. Yeah, see, you got the positive movements forward, everything's going to be fine. So whatever you felt was like maybe giving you Ten of Swords, it's like you're getting out of it and you're like, I'm going to be fine, everything's hopeful, everything's looking hopeful, having a hopeful outlook, pretty much. Accepting what's going on. It's a huge turnaround. You might even feel like it's a renewal of, maybe just yourself or the outcome of something going on around you. If this is love, you could be feeling like the world's kind of telling you, like, it's okay, just move forward, right? You have the blessings of the universe to move forward without having to feel any kind of guilt, pain, or, feeling like you're doing something wrong. So it's totally fine for you to find a new relationship. You don't have to feel like, like there's something holding you back, or like whatever was like in the past for you, maybe you had felt defeated from it and you were kind of feeling like maybe I shouldn't do this, right? But the universe is telling you, no, have the fresh new start. Do whatever it is that you need to do. It's time, right? It's time. It's time to get that positive movement forward going. Okay, it's time for you to get your authority back. Okay, it's time to take the initiative. This is the present. So, yes, using your intuition. And I think for a lot of you, deep down in your intuition, it's okay. Because this is the way you're thinking and feeling. And for some of you, like, I feel kind of like, is it okay? It feels like it's okay. Well, I'm not really positive. I'm really thinking the universe is letting you know, no, you're right. It is time. So, and it's like, I have been using my intuition. I have been using my authority. I have been gaining back the strength that I need. I've been manifesting on this whole time. And yes, it's time. Time is an essence. In the past, it's because you had discontent and boredom. So whatever it is that you feel like it's time to move on, and it's okay, is to move away from this energy. You do not need to sit in discontent anymore. You do not need to be bored anymore. It is now time for movement, choices, and decisions. But in the past, you didn't feel like you had those movement, choices, and decisions, right? You wanted to get out of that because you were like, oh my God, I don't want to sit here forever. Okay? But you had these temptations around you that I believe kept you stuck in that. And you could see that you were stuck in this energy. And wanting those movements and choices and decisions is really what pulled you towards taking back the authority over here in the present. So in the near future, you have the stand your ground, getting past the emotional withdrawal, going towards your fulfillment of wishes, or your fertility, which is the prosperity, which is the Empress card. Okay, because the universe, says that it's time. It's time for these new beginnings. Just like I said, it feels like the universe is telling you it's okay. And I love it. At the bottom of the deck is the harmony card. So it is time for you to move on, to find the peace, the harmony, and get back into the relationships, the work, whatever it is that you find harmony in, right? So over here, we're going to start with the past so we can figure out exactly how you got into this present way of thinking and feeling. So you have the discontent and the boredom, and maybe for some of you, I even feel like this could have been from the isolation that we all went through. Maybe you're tired of sitting at home and you're like, is it time now? Can I go to the restaurant that I love? Can I go back to work? Can I get out of this house? But anyways, you have the Eight of Cups upside down. It is in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, with the Eight of Pentacles. And a lot of you, I think it was work. I feel like there's many different kinds of scenarios going on here. It could be love. It's okay to love again. It's okay to go to work again. It's, okay to go wherever it is you need to go. And you're looking for that second chance. You're looking for this leap of faith. You're looking for this chance to get away from this energy. You just cannot wait until this is over. And with the temptation sitting here, it's like feel like I'm stuck in a chaotic and negative energy of this discontent, and I really just want it to die, right? Go away. I don't want to feel like this anymore. I do not want to be here anymore. It's making me sad, mad, irritable, and feeling a little sorrow as well. Okay, and yeah, but you can see with your third eye chakra. So it's like I can see how irritating this is. Okay, and if this was a love relationship, it's like I can see how irritating you're making me. Okay, I just want you to go away. Okay, you could have been dealing with a Scorpio or a Taurus. Okay, I have two Taurian cards sitting here. Or you could have been dealing with a Gemini. Of course, it's air though, so it could be Gemini, Aquarius, or a Libra. But this is my Gemini card. Okay, you're just waiting for the messages. It's like I see what's going on around me. It might be even that I'm hearing things, seeing things. Maybe you're watching the news. If it's for some of you, you might be seeing what's going on around you, watching things start to open up. For those of you who are, it's just all about staying at home. Maybe you're noticing that, things are opening, things are getting back to normal, and you're just really starting to feel this, I can get out, and yeah, you're gonna bail out of this burden, and that way you can get back to your Nine of Pentacles, feeling like, oh, I'm free, right? I'm so free. I can get out. I can do the things I want. For others of you that it has to do with love, it's like they keep text messaging you, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to text you back and tell you I'm freeing myself from you. I don't want this relationship anymore. You make me discontent. I'm tired of it. I don't believe it's working out. The process of us being together is moving so slow. It feels like you're pulling away from me, and I'm definitely starting to pull away from you. So this relationship is not working. If anything, you are becoming a burden to me. And I just want to feel like a free, luxurious person, male or female. Going for my own prosperities, going for my own things with the Nine of Pentacles. Okay? And then over here in the near future, it's like I'm taking my authority back because the secret is out of the bag. Everything is now illuminated to me. I'm no longer hiding within the shadows. I'm no longer feeling the discontent. I no longer have to worry about if you're dealing with a love or another person. I'm no longer worried about your secrets. I'm pulling away from all of that, and everything has come to light. I can see, and I'm taking back the authority that you have stolen from me. If it is for the isolation, it's kind of the same thing. Like I can see that everything's opening up, and I'm taking back the authority to get out of this house. I'm not sitting here. Okay. And with the intuition sitting over here, it's like King of Pentacles, right? I'm feeling more prosperous. I'm feeling more just like everything's off my back. I'm feeling like everything's becoming more normal. And this is how I got to this idea of I have a hopeful outlook. Everything is going to be okay. There's positive movements forward around me, and I can really feel it. I can see it, and now I have it. And it was like everything I ever wished for, right? It's like I manifested this, like hurry up. And here it is again as the Emperor, same card as the Authority card, taking that authority back. And like I said, if it's a love relationship, here is that love relationship as well, coming in with the Knight of Cups. Are you saying that it's okay to love again? And are you offering your cups to someone? Or is this King of Pentacles coming to offer you love, and you're saying, I got out of a bad relationship before. I wasn't sure how it was going to work. I don't know if I wanted to love, but now I'm feeling like I can love again, and I can I can take your offering. In fact, I might even offer it back, right? Some of you might even offer it back, saying, yeah, you know what? Can you take my cups of love? Because I'm ready. A lot of thinking though with the intuition sitting over here. Kind of like, should I not? Okay, but you have the King of Wands. Spirit is really letting us know that the person really coming in at this time does feel like an Aries, like I said, or a Taurus. I mean, you have the Emperor sitting here. So this is, the Emperor is an Aries Taurus card. You have Taurus here, and you have Sagittarius here, or Aries again, right? Because you have fire again. But, and this, yes, is a Sagittarius card. So it definitely could be dealing with earth or fire for a lot of you. And then for some of you, it could even be Pisces or Cancer as well, coming really strong. But yeah, but you're saying, yeah, you know what, I'm going to take the authority. I see this person as a very mature person coming up as the King of Wands. They're prosperous, I'm prosperous, and I see all these great things going on around me. So yeah, I'm going to offer, you know, I'm going to either offer you cups of love, or I'm going to totally take this because it's time. And if it's that isolation work thing and all that stuff, it's just telling you it's time that, you know, you can sit on your throne, take back the control, get out there, do the things that you love to do with the Knight of Cups, get out there, feel like the person that you were before. You do not have to sit in discontent anymore, right? Because now the world is offering you cups. They're telling you, come on out. You can come out of the house now. And you're saying, okay. So your expectations are, you know, through the roof right now. And it's making you feel like the King of Wands, right? Feeling like you can take action now. For those of you, I don't know, for some of you that this does resonate with on that area, I kind of see you like throwing the door open and going like, hello, you know, I'm ready to rule the world. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, and it's going to definitely give you the achievements and the fulfillment that you're looking for with the Ten of Pentacles. You're going to feel so much better. And for a lot of you who are returning to work, you're just like, finally, I get my money back. Finally, I get to go to work. You know, finally. Oh my gosh. And yeah, it's definitely going to make you feel like the King of Wands for sure. And yeah, you're definitely going to be rushing out that house, you know, like, I don't know, like a teenager with a job, you know? Somebody, you know, like something like my first job ever, you know, just running out there. And yeah, because you have been patiently waiting, manifesting, patiently waiting, even doing some healing in this process, waiting for the perfect moment and taking time totally in moderation, you know, because you knew it was going to come back sooner or later. And if it's love, it's like you were still healing from the last relationship. You were waiting for the perfect timing for yourself to come to the conclusion that it's okay to accept someone else's love or to love again. And I feel like with the love thing, it's because someone hurt you and you felt, not for everybody, okay, but for some of you, they hurt you so bad that you never felt like maybe you could ever trust someone again, that you would never give your heart again. And now you've healed and you're saying, it's time. It's time for me to start again. Okay? And that's really what it is. And it's because you've retreated with inside yourself. You've stood your ground and you're ready. Okay? Now we have the Seven of Wands here, which is ending to tell us that now we're standing our ground in the near future. So now it is time to go straight over here to the near future. Okay? So yes, you're standing ground in the present to be standing your ground in the near future. So what I believe, seriously, is you're standing your ground, but you're making kind of like rules, right? You're making borders and boundaries to a relationship. You're saying, I will accept this, but I'm not going to accept this. So you might even be telling them, you know, in the past, this happened, and I'm not dealing with that anymore. Okay, so, you know, and it's kind of like you're even making your own rules. And whether or not you're speaking this to them or keeping it inside your head as your own groundings, as your own, borders and boundaries, you are definitely telling yourself, well, if he starts or she starts acting like this, I'm out. I am not accepting that again because that hurt me so bad that, I'm done. So it's like you had your own kind of growth of what's acceptable and what's not. And I kind of feel that too with the Knight of Cups. It's like, I'm going to accept your love, but I have expectations. And if it doesn't work that way, pretty much kick rocks because I'm not going to deal with this. And that's really what I'm seeing. It's kind of like I lived, I learned, and I'm not dealing with that again. And yes, especially with the Two of Swords. So on the standing your ground, you have the Two of Swords. You're not going to allow anyone to blind you with BS. You're like, I'm going to accept this, but I'm still thinking about it. I'm still kind of like in thinking mode, like, yeah, I'm dating and I'm doing this and that, but I still have expectations. And with the Two of Swords, you still have expectations. Okay? Because you're not going to allow that Two of Swords to go upside down and say, no, you put me in confusion. You're saying, no. Nope, I'm taking off the blindfold, but I do have expectations of what is going to go on. So kind of like in the waiting game of the relationship, trying to figure out what's going on. And the same goes for those who go back to work and get out into the world after the world opens up. You're kind of still having these expectations of, well, I have this blindfold on, so I still have to wear a mask. Okay, but at least, I get to get out there, right? And you still have these expectations of, the sickness still does exist. So I still have to be very careful of myself, and that's where you're kind of standing your ground, right? I still have to wash my hands. I still have to wear gloves. I still have to wear a mask. I'm still expecting the world to have its own borders and boundaries and rules so that we don't, get each other sick, right? Just in case syndromes. And you're seeing this, and even as you're out and about with the Two of Swords, you're going through the pros and cons of how how this is going to work. Okay, so the Four of Wands, but you're so happy. But you're just so happy. You're just like, oh my God, I'm so happy though. The majority of it's over, right? And the emotional withdrawal of everything that's going on is going upside down. So you're really coming out of this emotional withdrawal. And with love, you're doing the same because you're seeing the passion within this other person, and the person is making you feel very passionate. And you're starting to notice that the memories of the other person still exist within the back of your mind, but it's like, like I said, with the Two of Swords, you're kind of weighing the pros and cons. Okay, but this person does make you feel very, very, I don't know, very loving. They're really opening you up. They're making you feel like the Empress. You're nurturing them. They're nurturing you. You're nurturing yourself. And and for those of you who don't have a love and this is just out and about doing whatever, you're just, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, making sure that you're keeping yourself safe. But you're very happy. Okay, and the High Priestess coming in, you're still using your wisdom for the fulfillment of wishes. And you're using this High Priestess wisdom, the innate wisdom, knowing that that intuition, knowing that that you're on the right path, that you're doing a good thing, everything seems fine, but you're still taking those precautions. The Seven of Pentacles over here, you're still reflecting and being very cautious of things around you. Ace of Swords, but there's a lot of growth going on, and it does feel like new beginnings. No matter how it is, no matter what the story is for you and how it resonates for you, there are still new beginnings. And you're feeling these new beginnings, and you know that no matter what, this new growth is different, and you do feel that there is something different about everything around you. Whether it's you're out and about and the world doesn't seem 100% the same, the work is not 100% the same, there are things that are different, and it's almost like it's grown. Okay, but it's a good realization. It's for the best. It's a new, brand new start, and it's making you very prosperous. But like I said, with the realizations of the Seven of Pentacles, You do know that things around you are different. It's not the same as it once was. And that's why the Six of Cups is over here as well. But the universe says everything's going to be fine, and you have this fresh new start, and you walk through one chapter, close that door, and walks right into another chapter for your own what? Ace of Swords. For your own benefit. This benefits you. This is what the universe wanted you to do. Why? Because you kept wishing upon a star, and while you were doing so, you were doing a healing process, and as you're wishing upon this star, the universe can hear you, and it's like, yeah, I'll give you a new start. You're ready. There is hope. And what is this card? Hope. What is the Ten of Swords? Hope. The universe says, yes, there is hope. It's time. It's time. No more hermiting yourself away. You know, because you went in, you reflected, you were wishing, you were praying, you were doing everything, but pretty much the universe says, I hear your prayers. And it is time for the positive movement forward. Okay, guys? So, let's see what your soul wants you to know. Yeah, I see that, yeah. It's because you had the ultimate faith within yourself and within the universe itself. Whether you knew it or not, you did. Okay? My life is divinely guided. Because you had faith that everything was going to be fine. You had faith in the universe to do what you asked it to do. You knew that it would bring you towards the light, and that you would see the light, and that the light would shine down on you. So it says, my light radiates through my life and the world around me. And it did. But it was that faith that you knew was going to come. You might have kind of over here with the Ten of Swords in your mind and in your feelings and your thoughts, you were kind of, maybe a little wishy-washy about it, like, I don't know if it is or maybe it's not, but that's not the point. Your soul says you had the ultimate faith. You had the ultimate light. You knew the truth. Your conscience tries to deny it, but your soul can't deny it. It knows the truth. Okay, so within the next few months, this near future will start coming. Okay, really start coming to unfold for you. Okay, you'll start seeing it really like coming forward, and you're going to be like, oh, okay. So just wait a few months, and then you'll have the success that you need, and you'll start feeling that success. And in the romance area, for those of you who this is romance and not work or whatever else it may resonate with, just getting out of the house period. For some of you, it was retreat, but we've seen the retreat, right, with the Four of Swords and the Hermit. So it was the retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world, right? So it's almost like, that's what you're doing right now in the present. You're retreating. You're kind of looking, seeing, waiting for the expectations to happen because you're kind of opening yourself up. So you're really retreating and thinking and meditating on this. And it looks like the law and attraction right here in the present, that's exactly what you're doing with the retreat. As you can see here, let me show you. It's these 4 cards. The law and the attraction, the healing, waiting for the time, the retreat, and the standing your ground is really what you're doing in the present. Because you're doing all that thinking. Okay, you deserve love. And that's, once again, that's why you're going through these expectations. You're thinking, and, because I do deserve love. So why? Why should I hold myself from it? In the past, you freed yourself. Okay, for some of you, you might have been healing family issues. Might have not have been love. It might have been family or your husband, something like that. Could even be that. Who knows? Okay, and here we have let go of control issues. Do not allow these things to control you, and do not hold too tightly, and give relationship a chance. And I keep getting this card is past life relationship. So for some of you, this could be somebody, a soulmate from the past who is coming back. You have known each other before. It's not going to be for everybody, but that past life relationship wants to keep popping out on me, so we're going to use it. Okay, so that's for some of you. Okay, and that was your reading for the beginning of June, and I will see you guys later. If you like that, please like and subscribe. Until next time, friends. Peace and love. Bye-bye.